Hi, today we are going to look at a few more questions from the topic permutation and combinations. So let us start with this question. This question states that out of 8 consonants and 5 vowels, we have to form words that contain 3 consonants and 2 vowels. So a word needs to be formed that must have 3 consonants and 2 vowels. So what first step I'll do is, out of 8 consonants I will select any 3 consonants, and the second step is, out of 5 vowels I will select any 2 vowels. Now assume that I have selected these consonants: consonant 1, consonant 2, consonant 3, and vowel 1 and vowel 2. Out of these 5 vowels I have selected vowel 1 and vowel 2. Out of 8 consonants I have selected consonant 1, consonant 2, and consonant 3. Now after selection I have placed these words, say, this way. Now we also need to arrange. If you see the C1, C2, C3, it can take any places, first 3 places, or C1 can come here, or else C2 can come here and C3 can come here, V1 can come here and V2 can come and in this occupy the third place. So these 5 things they can arrange among themselves in 5 factorial ways. So the total answer will be this one. So many students, what they do is they simply select and then they leave. After selecting we have to check whether they can arrange among themselves, and we also need to arrange so that a complete word can be formed. So that is why we need to multiply this 8C3 into 5C2 with 5 factorial, because they can arrange themselves among themselves in 5 factorial ways. Now let us look at the second question. It says that there are 6 periods in each working day of a school. In how many ways can we organize 5 subjects such that each subject is allowed at least 1 period? So there are 6 periods. We have 5 subjects. Now we need to arrange these 5 subjects in 6 periods, and no subject should be left unassigned any period. So what we'll do is, assume that these are the 6 periods. From this it is clear that one of the subject will be repeated. So let me select that subject. Out of 5 subjects I'll select that one subject that will be repeated. Now assume that S1 is repeated, then there is S2, S3, S4 and S5. So this is the way I have arranged, I have placed. Next, these 6 can arrange among themselves in 6 factorial ways, and out of these 6, 2 are similar, so it is divided by 2 factorial. So this will be the final answer. 5C1 is nothing but 5 factorial divided by 1 factorial into 4 factorial multiplied by 6 factorial divided by 2 factorial. This can be written in this way. So it is 5 multiplied by 6 factorial divided by 2 factorial. It is 3600 divided by 2. So it is 1800. So this is the answer. Now let us look at this question. Third question. It states that there are 5 novels and 4 biographies. In how many ways can they be arranged such that no 2 biographies could be together? Now what I shall do is, I shall place the novels first. Assume that this is novel 1, novel 2, novel 3, novel 4 and novel 5. I have placed these novels. Now when I have placed these novels, I am getting This is one empty space, this is another 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 empty space. So I'm getting 6 gaps. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now the condition given in the question is that no two biographies could be together. So what I'll do is, out of these 6 gaps, I will select any 4 gaps, because I have to fill 4 biographies in these places, and later I will fill, after selecting any 4 gaps out of these 6 gaps, I will fill the biographies. For example, say biography 1, biography 2, biography 3 in this one, biography 4 here. Now by doing this way, we are satisfying the condition that is given in the question. The condition is that no two biographies could be together. So here there won't be any possibility of them being together. Now after selecting these 4 gaps, I can arrange the 4 biographies in those 4 graphs, in those 4 gaps, in 4 factorial ways. So B2 can come, so this can, one of these thing is, in gap 1 I am putting biography 1, in gap 3 I am putting biography 2, in gap 4 I am putting, in gap 5 I am putting biography 3, in gap 6 I am putting biography 4. So I can arrange these biographies in these gaps in 4 factorial ways. Now the question does not end here. After arranging these biographies, we can also arrange the novels among themselves that are in these places. So these novels can also arrange among themselves in 5 factorial ways. So this is the final answer. This is a combination. All the questions which you are going to watch in this video are combinations of selection and arrangement. We have to do both of them. If we miss one of them, we end up getting the wrong answer. Now let us look at few geometry related problems from the topic permutation and combination. Now this question is as follows: how many triangles can be formed by joining vertices of a hexagon? So let us look at the hexagon. Assume that this is the hexagon, this is how hexagon looks. And how many triangles can be formed by joining the vertices? How many vertices are there in hexagon? 6. Now if for a triangle, in order to form a triangle, I need 3 points, and those must, for example, these 3 points, I can form a triangle. So I'll select any of the 3 points from this hexagon. So point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, I'll join this, I'm able to get a triangle. And assume there is point number 4, point number 5, point number 6. So I will select 1, 6 and 5, I'm able to form a triangle. So out of the total number of sides, vertices, if I select any 3, I am able to form a triangle. So the answer is 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 3 factorial, which is 6 into 5 into 4, then this is 6 multiplied to 6, so it is answer is 20. Now let us look at another question. Now this question says that how many diagonals can be formed by joining the vertices of a hexagon? So hexagon, again, in order to form the diagonals, in order to form a diagonal, we need to join 2 points. So what I'll do is, out of 6 I'll select any 2. So it can be this one or this one, it can be this one, or I can select this one, this. So point 1, 2, 3, point number 4, point number 5 and point number 6. So I can select point number 1 and 3, point number 1 and 4, point number 1 and 5, point number 1 and 6. So the problem with this is, this type of selection 6C2, we end up getting the sides also. So we need to subtract with number of sides, so 6. So the answer is 6 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 4 factorial minus 6. This is 6 into 5, 4 factorial will be cancelled out, and this is 15 minus 6 is 9. So why did we do this? Why did we subtract this 6 is because in this selection it can be 1, 2, it can be 1, 6. So what are 1 and 2? This 1, 2 and 1, 6, these are nothing but the sides, they are not the diagonals. So we will eventually ending up getting 6 sides. So that is why we need to subtract that 6 here. Then we'll find out, we will be out, if we subtract this 6 from this 6C2, we will be able to get only those points that are not those points when joined can form a diagonal. Now we can extrapolate this. Let us assume that a square, we all know that in a square we will have 2 diagonals. So there are 4 sides in this square, so 4C2 minus 4. So what is 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial minus 4? 4 into 3, so this is 1, so 2. It is 6 minus 4, so this is 2. Number of diagonals that can be formed from a n-sided polygon is nc2 minus n. We are subtracting n, which is the number of sides, because we need the diagonal. Now let us look at this point. This question says that there are 16 points in a plane and no 3 of which are collinear. So let there be 16 points in this way, in this plane. So there are 16 points, no 3 of them are collinear. Number of straight lines that can be formed. We need to find the number of straight lines that can be formed. In order to form a straight line out of 16, if you select any 2 points, you will be able to form. So we will be able to form the straight lines. So it is 16 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 14 factorial. 16 factorial is nothing but 16 into 15 into 14 factorial. So 14 factorial goes out. So it is 8, 15 eighths, 120. Now this question can be modified. Instead of finding the number of straight lines, if it is asked to find the number of triangles, then, so there are 16 points here in this plane. Out of 16, I will select any 3 in order to form the triangle. I'll join all those 3 and I'll form the triangle. So number of triangles is 16C3. Why we are able to do this? Because it is clearly stated that no 3 of which are collinear. So if I select these out of 16, if I select any 3 points, for example these 3 points, but they are not collinear, so they do not lie on the same line, so they are lying on a different line. So it will be so they will, whatever selection we are doing, or selection of 3 points, we will be able to form a triangle. So because the points are not collinear. Let us start with this question. This question states that there are 6 boxes numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each box is to be filled up with either red or a green ball in such a way that at least one box contains a green ball. So we can fill the boxes, 6 boxes, that is 6 boxes. At least one box containing a green ball. So there can be only 1 green, 2 green, 3 green, 4 greens, 5 greens and 6 greens. Now, and the boxes containing the green are consecutively numbered. So let us start with let us assume that there is only one green and remaining 5 are red. So one green can be placed in 6 boxes in 6 ways. Or else the other way to solve this is, we need to arrange one green and 5 red in 6 boxes. So there are 6, they can be arranged among themselves in 6 factorial ways, out of which 5 are similar, so 5 red are similar, so divided by 5 factorial, this will give you an answer of 6. This is case 1. Now case 2, assume that there are 2 greens followed by 4 red. So because there are 2 greens, they can either come in box 1 and box 2, because these greens are to be placed in such a way that the boxes containing the greens are consecutively numbered. So they can be placed in box 1 or box 2, box 2 or box 3, box 3 or box 4, box 4 or box 5, box 5 or box 6. So there are 5 ways in which this can be done. Now assume that there are 3 greens. Now 3 greens, they can be placed consecutively. They should be placed in the boxes that there are 3 greens and 3 red. In the boxes which greens are placed, they need to be placed in consecutively numbered boxes. So greens can come in box number 1, box number 2, box number 3. They can come in box number 2, box number 3, box number 4. They can come in box number 3, box number 4, box number 5. They can come in box number 4, box number 5, box number 6. So they can arrange this. This can be done in 4 ways. Now assume there are 4 greens and 2 red. So consecutively numbered. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Greens can come in box number 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5 box numbers. Then 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 3 ways. Now there are 5 greens and 1 red. This can be done in, so 5 greens, so it can come in box number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or else box number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 2 ways. Now 6 greens, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is only 1 way. So if we add all these things, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 4, 15, 15 plus 3, 18, 20, 21. This is the answer. Now let us look at another question. The question is as follows. In how many ways 10 true and false questions can be replied? So there is question number 1, question number 2, question number 3. So there are similarly 10 questions. So we can answer it in true or false. Each question can be answered in 2 ways. So true or false in this way. So total number of ways in which that can be answered is 2 to the power 10.